We welcome you back to the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl. Game being played in San Diego between Oregon and Oklahoma. And this was the closing of the halftime show. It was a good one, but I'll tell you what. We mentioned shootout at the start of the telecast. That's it.
A lot of fireworks, not offensive fireworks in this ballgame in that first half. In fact, 7-3 is the fewest points each team has scored all season long in the first half.
I think that's got something to do with that enormous amount of time that they were off, don't you?
Well, normally the offenses benefit from the time off because defenses don't get to practice tackling. But the tackling in that first half by both teams is just outstanding.
Yeah, it was good. The offense was the one that was missing the clicks.
And the big question, though, will be for Oklahoma, what about Rhett Bomar? Will he be able to go in this second half?
And what about Oregon? Todd Harris caught up with Mike Bellotti. The coach said this.
Coach, 7-3 at halftime, not a typical Oregon high-powered offense. What do you do to get your offense on track?
Well, they're doing a nice job on defense. I think we can be more aggressive. We just have to continue to make sure we keep possession of the football. I'm pleased with the way our defense is playing. We're stopping the run. We just have to be careful of the play-action pass. And, we have to just continue to be aggressive offensively.
You've got two looks at your quarterbacks. Which one has impressed you thus far with a hotter hand?
Well, we're going to stay with the rotation system right now. I think Dennis has been the more effective quarterback so far. But I think this is Brady's turn coming out. We'll give him a series this half, and then we'll decide.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
As we went to the halftime break, the Oklahoma quarterback, Rhett Bomar, was dragging his left leg, hurt his knee. Here's Holly Rowe with the report.
Well, I talked with Oklahoma coach Bob Stutz at the half and said, what's the injury update on Rhett? He said, what injury? He's fine. Checking Rhett as he came out. They have not wrapped the left knee. He looked fine in warm-ups right now, and he's not limping, guys. We'll see if he can continue to go.
All right, thank you, Holly. Here we go now with the second half of play. Oregon will kick off. Oklahoma's Reggie Smith and Alan Patrick are waiting to receive it. There's Rhett Bomar on the sidelines. And here we go. Matt Evanson will kick it away for Oregon. And again, I'm struck by the fact that the wardrobe for the Ducks in this ball game has been rather basic. The kick goes into the corner to Alan Patrick. Found a crack and almost went home. I mean, he was a step away from see you later. Rosario brought him down. And here are the numbers.
Our Pacific Life game track. Rough first half for Adrian Peterson. 8 carries for 8 yards. That big loss on a bad handoff. But Oregon defensively with Nata leading the way. And then the injury to Rhett Bomar. Bomar in that first half was 10 out of 18, and Bob Stoops, that certainly looks like a sore left knee to me.
Well, Bomar's out there on the field, under center, and a whistle.
Prior to the snap, ball start, 70 offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
But you know one thing about Adrian Peterson, that Stoops is going to give him the ball a number of times here in the second half, and he is especially dangerous in the second half. Look what he did in his last game against Oklahoma State. A school record in the second half against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I thought he'd have more touches in the first half than he did. Well, he's got it right here, and he runs right into the middle of that big Oregon defense, and that's a hard place to pick up much yardage. After that false start, the ball now is at the 31-yard line.
Now, statistically, we take a look at what has gone on in the first half. Oregon with the edge in total offense. Again, no rushing yards at all for Oklahoma. That's just not Sooner football. Time of possession favors the Ducks, as does the 7-3 scoreboard.
And he gives it to Peterson, and Peterson's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and Mr. Peterson meet Mr. Nata. That is a tree that moves.
Well, and he fights through a double team here to make this tackle. Check him out right here in the circle. Big number 96. He's a junior, but he's expected by a lot of people to be playing his last game for the Oregon Ducks. And they will miss his presence in the middle of that defense. Has not made a decision yet, but that's the way most people feel.
3rd down and 12 for Oklahoma. And they've gone to the shotgun. Rhett Bomar getting a little heat, dumps it off to Kawan Jones, and Jones getting some help up the sidelines, but not enough. He gets to the 40, had to go to the 44. It'll be 4th down and 4. Anthony Trucks leading the tacklers for Oregon.
Well-designed screen pass. Oregon's going to run a stunt here between Nata and Devin Long, and Bomar just patiently lets Nata come in and Long and throws the ball to Jones for the gain, short though of the 1st down.
And Cody Freeby's in the ball game. He has 2 good punts of 52 and 48. The first one was only 32. Justin Fennessy is waiting for it. The left footer didn't get all of it. Fennessy comes up, makes the catch, and is immediately hit just outside the 25-yard line. Friday, the Capital One Bowl week continues with 2 good ones. You've got South Carolina. Steve Spurrier did a heck of a job this year, and one of the best coaching jobs he's done in recent years. They will face the Missouri Tigers in the Independence Bowl. Then you've got the Game Day Bowl special presented by Outback Steakhouse at 7:30. You've got a good one. The LSU Tigers and the Miami Hurricanes get after each other in the Chick-fil-A Bowl down in Atlanta. Brady Leaf is in. Mike Bellotti said it was his turn to have a series. He takes a low snap, hands it away to Whitehead, and Whitehead will pick up 3 yards.
We have seen a number of low snaps in the shotgun formation tonight by both centers. Anoka Lucas, that's about the 4th time that his snap has come up low. You can see Leaf talking to him there.
2nd down and 6.
Get the ball up a little bit higher, please.
I was going to say, now there's a big butt. Ball is thrown over the middle and it's incomplete.
You were going to say, and you did.
Yeah, you're always talking in the game of football in the vernacular. You find the big butt to follow, you know, the running backs. I mean, that offensive line for Oregon's got some big ones. But they all would probably be back next year.
Well, you've got Lucas as a center. He's a junior. Masoon is a junior. Schwartz a sophomore. Shergie's a redshirt freshman, as is Max Unger. So this whole line comes back for the Ducks.
And it's 3rd down and 6 now. Oklahoma looking to go after them, and they do, but there are penalty flags all over the field. And it may have the posturing of the Sooners, I think, caused one of the Ducks to move.
55, false start.
Yep.
5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
See, you're ragging on the center, and he's trying to, all of a sudden he's sitting there looking at somebody like Dvorak, and he moves, and there you go, you lose 5.
Yeah.
That is the first penalty in the ball game for Oregon.
Yeah, not a good time for it to come on 3rd down, but Lucas did flinch there, and it was because Dvorak was right on his nose.
Leaf, better hurry. C.J. Ayu gets the sack. Oklahoma comes out playing fast. They didn't do much with it offensively, but the defense certainly stood up.
Yeah, this is 3 sacks now in the game for one of the best teams in the nation, sacking the quarterback. C.J. Ayu, who played for Gary Croton, the Oregon offensive coordinator, when they were both at BYU, celebrating that sack.
And the Oregon Ducks are going to have to punt it. The punter standing back at about the 2. He'll hit it up around the 6. Just got it out, but he got it out. And it bounces, takes a good gravy bounce right to the Oklahoma returner, Rankins. And Rankins will come back up around midfield before he's knocked out of bounds. So Oregon gets very deep in trouble, and Oklahoma gets very good field position after the punt.
Each person has a unique way of seeing the world. That's why, for over 135 years, Pacific Life has offered the power of choice. Pacific Life provides a full palette of financial and estate planning solutions to help you achieve your vision of your future. Ask your financial professional about Pacific Life. The power to help you succeed.
See you tonight.
Okay.
Introducing the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara. You want more out of life? Suzuki's giving you the green light. Go! Lease the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara for just $199 a month for 30 months. Hurry in.
So I was at this department store one day buying moisturizer, and the woman behind the counter said, "Oh, you should try this lip cream. It's great for those lines around the lips." And I mean, I know she meant it in a good way, but it hurt. I'm like, that's gotta be from smoking. I quit. I get a lot more compliments now. I think my skin looks a lot better. It feels a lot better.
Yeah, I have a little attitude, but I've earned it. I've put in the hours. I practice every day. I've learned from the best, and I have no doubt that I can play at the highest level. Right now, I'm guessing I'll end up in either Chicago or New Orleans. Most good jazz musicians do.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us are going pro in something other than sports.
Georgia, West Virginia, the Nokia Sugar Bowl, Monday on ABC.
Welcome back to the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl. There's more action ahead in the second half of the game as the Ducks and the Sooners continue the battle for the 2005 Pacific Life Holiday Bowl Championship. The trophy for the winning team is a beautiful bronze sculpture of humpback whales. At Pacific Life, these whales represent strength and endurance, key qualities that lead to success on any field. May the coming year be healthy and prosperous for you, and I hope you enjoy the remaining half of the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl.
The Oklahoma Sooners have their best starting point of possession in the game. They're on their 47-yard line with a ball, and the Oregon Ducks will welcome back Toena, big guy who plays alongside Nata in the middle of that Oregon defensive front. Toena left to Matt Toena. They couldn't get to the shoulder to see if what they could see or feel without taking off the shirt, because those offensive linemen wear those tight shirts to keep the defensive guys from holding them. And they had to take him into the clubhouse, but he's out there.
And this man will get a lot of carries, you can bet, in the second half. Just 10 carries so far. Boy, look at those numbers. There's a zero missing there somewhere, isn't there?
Here he goes. And the tackle is made by Patrick Chung. The pickup on the play, 3 yards.
Yeah, against the Cowboys of Oklahoma State, Peterson reminded everyone how good he is when he's healthy. This run here was a career-long 84-yarder in the third quarter. And he came back in the fourth quarter, backed that up with a 71-yard sprint, 237 yards rushing in his last game, and a huge second half. Stay tuned.
Penalty flag is in the wake of this run. Ball comes out, fight for it. Picked up by the Sooners, goes into the end zone, but there's a penalty flag back up here at the 50-yard line. Chris Messner was the man that picked up the ball and ran into the end zone with it. But there's a flag awaiting up yonder.
It is recovered by number 79.
And poor Chris Messner's dream of scoring a touchdown has just ended. Flag was thrown as the Sooners ran away from Nata and Long. And one of them was caught.
10 yards. Spot foul. Still second down.
And Adrian Peterson may have injured his hand on that punch out by Justin Finnessy. There's Finnessy, 31, trying to get Peterson out of bounds. Look at the strength of Peterson. but Finney doesn't quit. He chops the ball out of his hand, and that might have hurt the left hand of Adrian Peterson.
So they lose the touchdown. They lose the big run by Peterson. And we'll see about whether they lost Peterson or not. And the ball comes all the way back to the 40-yard line, where it's 2nd down and 17. So the Sooners are struggling right now. That's their 4th penalty of the night. And this is Kewan Jones carrying. I'll tell you, he's not a gimme either. He's 5'9", 190 pounds, but he's a senior, and he's played a lot.
Yeah, very valuable. Very valuable to have him as a backup, especially with the fact that Jacob Gutierrez was hurt in that first half.
Here's Holly. News about Peterson.
Well, guys, after that play, he came to the sideline, was doubled over in pain, holding that left arm. Now he's standing on the sideline telling his coach that he can go back in. But now he's just taking off his helmet, guys. We're not sure if he's going to be able to go or not. He's very much in pain right now.
It is 3rd down and 8 for the Sooners after possessing the ball at their 47 and losing a touchdown. Bomar throws, just flipped the ball over to Iglesias. He picks it up, and he's really trucking it down the sidelines, breaking 2 tackles to get down near the 15-yard line.
Well, Chris Messner didn't get a touchdown on that long play, that fumble after Peterson, but watch him block Devin Long here on this play. He rides Long behind the quarterback. Fantastic throw on the run by Bomar, and then the freshman Iglesias with his 5th catch of the night. The 3 freshman receivers have 10 catches among them. That one went for 34 for number 9.
The ball is at the 16. Out of the shotgun, Bomar looking to the corner. Touchdown. J.D. Reynolds.
Great pass protection for Bomar. In fact, his offensive line's done a great job tonight, not giving up any sacks. And only 3 in the last 4.5 games. As Bomar's able to step up in the pocket, find Reynolds on the wheel route against the linebacker. Messner with another good job on Long, and a perfect strike as Reynolds catches his 5th career touchdown pass.
The extra point try by Hartley. Good. And the Oklahoma Sooners have their first lead since they led 3-0. They now go on top in the 3rd quarter with 9:20 to play by a score of 10-7.
Witness a transformation. Sony SXRD technology delivers 2 million pixels of red, green, and blue. Twice the pixels of HD as we know it. But that's what makes the new Grand Vega SXRD a Sony, the world's greatest high-definition television. Make it yours at sony.com/HDTV.
Like no other, Sony.
Breakfast Bistro Sandwich. Sonic's got it, others don't. Start your morning with Sonic's new Breakfast Bistro Sandwiches. Eggs and cheese with bacon, sausage, or ham on Sonic's new toasted ciabatta bread. Buy a reloadable My Sonic card today and give the gift of great food.
See you tonight.
Okay.
Introducing the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara. You want more out of life? Suzuki's giving you the green light. Go! Lease the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara for just $199 a month for 30 months. Hurry in.
Ted Ferguson, Bud Light Daredevil. Today for Bud Light, I'll attempt my most difficult stunt so far. I will stay 2 full minutes past 5 on a Friday.
Hey, Ted.
See you, Janice. Hey, time! Get him up. Ted,
Ted, can you hear me?
I need a Bud Light.
Don't you give up on me, Ted.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Put that on my review.
Oh, yeah.
American Pie takes you to band camp with an all-new slice of the pie.
Steve's really mad.
There are 2 Stiflers?
Oh my God!
Instruments in such odd places.
American Pie presents Band Camp Unrated. Only today on DVD.
ESPN College Football, the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl, is brought to you by Pacific Life. For insurance, annuities, and investments, choose Pacific Life, the power to help you succeed. And in part by Suzuki, introducing the all-new Grand Vitara, the authentic SUV.
Balboa Park. How many happy days have been had there? Home to obviously the world-famous San Diego Zoo, one of the greatest in the world, and some of the city's finest museums are now located in Balboa Park. As J.D. Ronalds, he is so happy. He's headed for a career in broadcasting, he hopes. Already got plans to go to work in the radio, which I highly applaud. It's a good place to start. From the 18-yard line, it's Jonathan Stewart, the big freshman running back. And now here's Holly with news about Adrian Peterson.
Well, guys, this is a very bizarre injury that just occurred. Adrian Peterson was on the sideline when that touchdown occurred. He jumped up in celebration, and his head hit into the back of his teammate Manuel Johnson's helmet. He's cut open his forehead. Right now, they've got him laying down on the bench, and it looks like they may even be trying to give him some stitches right now, guys. But blood pouring from his forehead after an unfortunate injury during the celebration on the touchdown.
Thank you. Dennis Dixon is the quarterback. Whitehead's back there with him. Dixon looking to throw. Gets it away. Ball completed to Whitehead. Whitehead just ran up a hole in the middle. Got free in the secondary. Made the catch. Moved the chains. 11 yards.
Whitehead does a lot of that, catching the ball out of the backfield. Second leading receiver for the Ducks tonight, and third on the season.
That's a gain of 10 yards and a first down.
Just barely picked up the first down.
10-7. The Sooners have regained the lead after taking 3-0 lead in the first quarter. Had a little trouble picking up the ball.
Dennis Dixon falls on the snap.
Here's Todd.
All right, Keith, I'm with Coach Kellen Clemens, the pride of Burns, Oregon. Kellen, unfortunate year for you. You go out in the Arizona game, but now you take the role as a quarterback coach or assistant. We've seen both quarterbacks tonight. Give us your assessment.
You know, we're not doing too bad. We've got a lot of mistakes right now with some snaps, some low snaps, and missed some guys. But, you know, all in all, down 3 now. I got to like our chances coming back, though.
On those low slaps, do you go to your center and say, hey, you got to get him up, or is this just a problem he's having mechanically?
Yeah, well, and it's too bad because we just had another one, but we had a discussion after that last series saying, hey, we got to get the snap count right. It's got to be corrected or we're in trouble.
Thanks, Kellen.
Yeah.
Illegal shift was the penalty flag on the last play, and the big problem here is getting buried by the Oklahoma defense. Here's Terrence Whitehead being taken down behind the line of scrimmage, and here again is Reese Davis.
All right, Keith, SportsCenter 30 at 30 update. Tony Dungy back with the Colts. He will coach in the regular season finale against the Cardinals on Sunday, turning the team just a week after his son's death. And A.J. Nicholson, Florida State linebacker, sent home by Bobby Bowden. Police in Hollywood, Florida, investigating an alleged sexual assault. SportsCenter after the game, ESPN News, always on.
Ball is right on the 30-yard line now, 3rd down and 19. Dixon gets it away, and it's not complete. Garen Strong had it, and he lost it as he went down.
Well, the problem for Oregon is that they're getting beat up front by this pass pressure of Oklahoma. This is how Oklahoma started the game, knocking Dixon down, not giving him time to find his outlet receivers. And Thibodeau and Dvorak's got to get a lot of credit for causing a lot of those bad snaps from Anoka Lucas, because he's right on Lucas's nose.
Deep to receive for the Sooners.
Well, the Oregon O-line needs to hunker down. It's up to them to stop it.
Yep.
Sooners look like they want to come, but they don't. Kicks away. It's a low kick by Dragic. Bounding around and bounding down the field, and it turns out to be a pretty good kick. Goes out of bounds at about the 26-yard line with 7:34 to play in the third quarter, and Oklahoma leading 10-7.
It's a run of 44 yards.
Tomorrow night at 7, a showcase between perennial powerhouses Miami and LSU in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Then at midnight, it's Bowl Central on College Game Day Final. On ESPN2 at 7:30, the playoffs and the #1 draft pick are at stake. EA Sports NFL Matchup breaks down all the scenarios. Then at 8, more holiday hoops. Kentucky hosts Ohio. It's all on tomorrow night. For all the latest all the time, turn to ESPN News.
To go the distance in life, it takes persistence, performance, and strength. The same qualities that have made Pacific Life one of the largest life insurance companies in the nation. With Pacific Life by your side, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. Pacific Life, the power to help you succeed. Proud sponsor of the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl.
Can I see your ID?
Sure.
I can't sell you the Miller Genuine Draft.
I'm 25, dude. I'm a regional sales manager. Suit, tie, power guy, please.
Do you really have to be 30 to appreciate the golden rich flavor of Miller Genuine Draft? Taste for yourself.
Experience an all-wheel drive Cadillac at the season's best sales event. Going on now. Cadillac. Breakthrough.
Now for a limited time, get a $500 season's best bonus plus 0% APR financing for 60 months on all 2006 Cadillac Escalade models.
I'm 25.
I can't sell you the Miller Genuine Draft.
But I'm 25. 25? Can you not hear me? I'm 25. Please.
Do you really have to be 30 to appreciate the golden rich flavor of Miller Genuine Draft? Taste for yourself.
This telecast is available on ESPN HD, sponsored by Philips Flat TVs with Ambilight. To get ESPN HD, call your cable operator or satellite provider.
Oklahoma has the lead over Oregon 10-7, third quarter, 7:34 to go in the third period. We're at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego, California for the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl. Oklahoma Sooners finish strong. Right now, they're trying to take it to the Oregon Ducks. Oregon's offense has done nothing here in the second half. The Oklahoma defense has been tormenting them. Bomar, the quarterback, hands the ball away to Kewan Jones, and there was a sound you could hear all the way to La Jolla as Blair Phillips came over and leveled him. And Adrian Peterson is up and about with a bandage on his head.
Yeah, the question is, this is during the break where we're seeing him there. He's right now in the huddle replacing Kewan Jones. But you got to wonder about a running back with a cut to his forehead. So many times he's got to lower his head to get extra yards.
Be sore tomorrow. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage, now retreating deep, looking for some help. Here come the tacklers. He finds the crease, almost broke it, and left town with it. Patrick Chung finally tracked him down and made the tackle.
Tackle made by Patrick Chung.
Now Peterson is making it exciting for Sooner fans. Total ad lib here on the draw play, goes into the hole and then goes backwards. 10. About 15 yards he retreats, and as you said, Keith, right here, if Chung doesn't make this tackle, he might have gone all the way.
And he comes out. Jones is back in. It is 3rd down and 8. Bomar with a lot of time. Now gets some heat, takes a wallop, and he's down on the field. He took a wallop from Toena. But he gets up, and the pass thrown up the field with good accuracy to Manuel Johnson, and it's good for a first down.
Let's take a look at that big hit by Matt Toena. Number 45 is going to come right here, and he's just going to flatten Bomar. Look at that catch on the outside. It's Manuel Johnson with another big catch.
That's a freshman from Gilmer, Texas. And Peterson comes back onto the field and goes in as the deep back. And Toena is out of the lineup for the moment. He ran into one of his own men, but keeps his feet and gets to the outside, and now you may get a face mask here. Look, I guess not. Justin Fennessy, but the hook grabbed him around the head, got the shoulder pad, I guess, and took him down. But that'll be a first down.
You can see just how determined Adrian Peterson is to try to break a long one here. Great balance there. Fennessy will come over and got him around the shoulder pad underneath the face mask, Keith.
Yep.
Watch his left hand go right under the face mask, legal tackle, and bring Peterson down. Boy, you talk about strength. That's one strong defensive back.
Ball is at the 43 now on the Oregon side of the field. And a penalty flag is thrown on the far side. The pass is thrown out of bounds, it appeared. Penalties against Oklahoma. All right, here's a look at your Bowl Challenge Cup standings brought to you by Cooper Tires. The Pac-10 not completing their action as yet. As you see, the ACC with 8 teams. The Big 12 has 8 teams. So their record is 2-1, and the substance of this whole thing is at the end of it, whatever conference has the greatest number of wins will be called the champions of the Bowl Challenge Cup. Winning percentage, I'm told. Winning percentage. Well, there's always the BCS. They can figure that out.
You bet.
Second down and 10. Ball is handed into the belly of Peterson, and he's on a tear right now. He's ripping apart.
Well, I guess he answered the question about his forehead. His willingness to take on tacklers with his forehead cut wide open just moments ago. Check out this play by number 28. Watch the head go down on Chung right there. J.D. Nelson, big first down for the Sooners. And the blood seeps through the bandage now.
Well, the adrenaline is really, really flowing. And it looks like he's hurting all over. Well, after what he's been doing, you can understand why. It's a first down. The ball is at the 23-yard line, and Alan Patrick is the running back. And it's the running game now that's paying off for Oklahoma.
And what so often happens in any game where momentum starts to shift, it's the big guys up front that make it shift. We've seen the Sooners defense take control of the line of scrimmage. Right now it's the Sooner offensive line controlling and pushing the Oregon Ducks backwards on every snap.
The ball is laying on the 19-yard line where it is second down and 6, and Kewan Jones is back in at the running back spot. Peterson is still on the sidelines, and Jones gets it, cuts it, gets a daylight, goes inside the 10. First down and goal for Oklahoma at the 8-yard line of Oregon.
Well, this is Sooner football. What they did in the first half was not. They majored in the pass in the first half, had very little yardage on the ground, but right now it's strictly on the ground. Kewan Jones and Adrian Peterson behind that big offensive line.
Davin Joseph was the man that had that big block to get him down there. It's Jones. It's touchdown. Chris Chester let him in.
And It's almost as if the Oklahoma offensive line was mad that Chris Messner's touchdown was taken away from one of their brothers. Because they have just dominated that offensive line. Chester with a huge block there as Kewan Jones went in virtually untouched.
Hartley for the point. The hold by McEachern. Good.
Hartley's extra point is good.
Led by Adrian Peterson's determination and willingness to lower his head to take on tacklers, the Sooner wagon is rolling right now. Kewan Jones from 8 yards out, and the Sooners extend their lead to 10.
Make sure to stop by a Sully Stop store.
People everywhere are experiencing a breakthrough. Fullness from a value menu.
No one's going anywhere until you tell me who's full. Me too.
New to the Big Bell value menu, the half-pound cheesy bean and rice burrito. Loaded with 3 cheeses, fiesta sauce, and a cheesy, zesty kick. Designed to keep your stomach and your wallet full.
Number 3, if I'm a new cheesy bean and rice burrito, you are?
Full.
Oh, my.
To get full-on value, think outside the bun.
Ooh, you okay? It's this arthritis pain. Arthritis pain? Try my Aleve.
People with arthritis are sharing their good news.
Oh, honey, you've got to try this Aleve.
Good news about the strength and safety of Aleve.
Try my Aleve, Mom. It's amazing.
Only Aleve has the strength to stop arthritis pain all day with just 2 pills. That would take 8 Tylenol. Aleve, that's good news you'll want to share.
And for powerful cold relief, find Aleve Cold and Sinus at the pharmacy if it's not on the shelf.
See you tonight.
Okay.
Introducing the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara. You want more out of life? Suzuki's giving you the green light. Go. Lease the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara for just $199 a month for 30 months. Hurry in.
A different kind of New Year's Eve countdown, 11 p.m. on ESPN2.
Garrett Hartley set to kick for the Sooners.
Pacific Life Holiday Bowl. And Oklahoma has bounced out to a 10-point lead, but again Bomar had the doctors looking at his right hand this time. There's something going on almost every play. One of the Sooners is being treated. My goodness, that thing is kicked out of town all the way to the back of the end zone by Jeremiah Johnson holding on to it. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. For 80 years we've had that Goodyear blip up for the images of the world floating overhead for the aerial views, reminding you to be prepared for any weather on Goodyear's new Forterra tires featuring the triple tread technology.
You can see just how fired up Oklahoma has been in this quarter and how futile Oregon's offense has been. Dennis Dixon will get his shot now for Mike Bellatti's offense.
I think he'll go all the way now. We've got to get somebody to get something going. Leaf hasn't been able to. Dixon back, chased out of there. He's got the speed and quickness to make something out of nothing. He got back to the line of scrimmage before Carl Pendleton chased him out of bounds. And here's a report from Holly Rowe.
Well, injuries keep piling up here on the OU sideline. Rhett Bomar just saw the trainers for his throwing hand. The middle finger and the index finger are very swollen, and he is saying that they are in great pain. Now, he did take a ball. He told the trainer that he can throw it without too much pain, so he is going to continue in this football game. But guys, things just keep getting worse here on the OU sideline. Bomar now fighting through a hand injury on his throwing hand.
Well, they've got 10 points. That might, the way their defense is playing, it might be enough.
And Stoops keeps telling them they're not hurt.
Yeah. Whitehead slips trying to cut back inside and loses a yard.
Yeah, the one thing Oregon, they just haven't been able to get anything going on the ground or through the air. Their leading receiver, Demetrius Williams, has 3 catches tonight for 23 yards. The other starting wide receiver, Cameron Colvin, has 0 catches. And not one time has Oregon gone deep against this Oklahoma defense. Haven't had a lot of time to get them off either.
3rd down and 11 from the 19-yard line. Timeout, Oklahoma. First kick, timeout.
Time called, and it goes against the Sooners, and Bob Stoops is upset at somebody. For somebody being, I think, the 12th man on the field, maybe. Here's Todd.
Well, this is when the coaching really gets involved. Mike Bellotti right now extremely upset with the offensive line. You know, earlier this week, Pete Carroll of USC got a contract extension, so he's one of the coaches. And Dan, we talked about this. There could be as many as 7 vacancies in the NFL. And of course, Mike Bellotti at 10-1, his name always seems to come up. But in talking to him, he said, my goal is to win a national championship at the University of Oregon, and until I do that, I really have no interest. So Mike Bellotti right now is saying that he is staying put in Eugene, but right now he is giving it to his offense. Keith?
Pretty good quality of life living in Eugene.
And his immediate goal is to pick up a first down.
I think that it just depends on your poison, I guess. There's pressure. You know, you can work yourself to death and
quality of life
Falls just as quick as you can in Boston.
Yeah, there's no question that Bellotti enjoys being at Oregon. He's been there a long time and has had success and is really having it this year, although tonight it's just been a disaster here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, the Sooners came out hard and fast, and even though they didn't do anything in their first possession, they set the tone with their defense, and from then on they have dominated this 3rd quarter and scored to take a 10-point lead. 2 touchdowns. This is Dixon having all kinds of trouble. And again, they're just running over the Oregon offensive line. C.J. Ayu with that sack.
Watch Terrence Whitehead. He comes up trying to pick up Clint Ingram, and Clint Ingram just deposits him straight backwards. And then there's just too many red shirts all on their feet, all scrambling, all fighting, trying to get number 10 on the ground, and they finally do. C.J. Ayu and Ingram take him down.
And so the Ducks will punt again. Dragic in for his 6th punt of the night. He's done very well. He's had 1 short one of 30. He'll hit it about the 4-yard line. Low kick, got some room for the return. It's Juan Rankins. Juwan breaking to the outside. Ran right by number 91, but there's a penalty flag thrown back at the 43. Look out for the push in the back.
Could be holding on DJ Wolf. That was a terrible punt by Dragic. That didn't get but 20 yards off the ground. But it's going to come back. The good return by Rankins will come back because of the holding.
Holding on the return. Number 25. 10-yard penalty. Spot of the foul. First down.
You're right. It's Wolf holding.
Yeah, he's going to check himself out on the replay board, but there he is, number 25, with a good grip on Pat Chung.
Well, he raised his hands, and that might have drawn the official's eye to him. If you're going to do it, be quiet about it. Well, here comes the Sooner offense now as they move back a little bit. They've still got great starting point at the 47-yard line. 1:39 seconds to go in the third quarter, and it's been a nightmare for Oregon. Sooners with 2 touchdowns, a 10-point lead. Peterson checks in the backfield, and he gets the ball. Goes to the left side, nothing over there. Comes back this way, not much here, but he'll take it. He gained 3. Paul Pennegar leads Fresno State against the Tulsa Golden Hurricane in a meeting of 2 teams that average over 30 points a ball game. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Week on ESPN, Saturday at 1 Eastern. Fresno State Tulsa will also be seen in sparkling high definition on ESPN HD.
And Oregon will tell you just how good Fresno State is. That they feel that that's the second best team to SC that they played all year.
Southern California would vote that way too, probably. In fact, they all said it was the toughest team they played. Hard to imagine. And then suddenly they remembered Notre Dame. Malcolm Kelly makes that catch and goes out of bounds, but he's got 11 yards on the play, and it's a first down.
You got to give Kevin Wilson, the new offensive coordinator, a lot of credit for being very balanced, especially in the second half. They threw the ball well in the first half. They're running it well in the second half. But being balanced doesn't mean running the same amount of times as you throw it. It just means doing what we want to do when we want to do it. And that's exactly what Wilson's getting now.
Ball on the 42. Keon Jones. And Keon goes about 3.
And right now the Sooners have run the ball 26 times, thrown it 24. That's doing what you want to do when you want to do it, and give Kevin Wilson a lot of credit. He's experienced in both types of offenses, the power I and the shotgun. The spread offense, and Bomar likes the spread offense. It's what he ran in high school down in Texas.
Adrian Peterson's back on the field. Gets the ball, stops, turns, goes right up the middle, and just short of a first down as Trucks makes the stop. Third quarter is done. We got 15 minutes to go, and Oklahoma bouncing back to lead by 10, 17-7 after 3.
At Petco, we really love pets. There isn't anything we won't do to make sure they're getting the best products and the best care. So when you ask us a question like,
do the striped ones get along with the gold ones?
We can say from experience,
we got along great. I mean, yes, they do.
Petco, where the pets go.
During our annual aquatic sale, PALS members save $30 on the Aquatic Gardens Boat Front Aquarium Kit.
Toyotathon is back. For 27 years, it's been the greatest time to buy the Toyota you're looking for. Quality, selection, value. You'll find it in every car, truck, and SUV we build. While you're at Toyotathon, check out Corolla, one of 7 different Toyotas with EPA city or highway ratings of 30 miles per gallon or more. Along with Highlander Hybrid, powered by Hybrid Synergy Drive. Just like the cutting-edge Prius, the place is your Toyota dealer. The time is now. Treat yourself today. Toyota, moving forward.
Hello, I'm Bob Nobles with the all-new Sonoma Chevrolet, your truck headquarters. At Sonoma Chevrolet, our promise to you is a better total deal. That means you always get our everyday low price, more for your trade, and easy financing. Plus, we back it all with a 7-day money-back guarantee and a 30-day exchange policy. Come shop our giant inventory of trucks and Sonoma Select luxury pre-owned vehicles. So get the better total deal today at the all-new Sonoma Chevrolet.
My name is Tom Parsons, and I own Parsons Construction. In my business, we build new custom homes or remodel custom homes, and Mead Clark is good for that because they will provide everything from the foundation to the finish, from the rebar that goes into the foundation, the hardware that goes into the foundation, the framing lumber, siding, and finished lumber, and of course doors and windows. Mead Clark, shop where the contractors shop.
ESPN College Football, the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl,
is brought to you by Pacific Life. For insurance, annuities, and investments, choose Pacific Life. The power to help you succeed.
Downtown San Diego, and I was really struck at what they've done in this city. It's beautiful. And there's still some work to do, I guess, what they have in their plans down the way, but that's a look at it from the Coronado Island. But it's really pretty.
Yeah.
You got the train running right through town. I love it.
And a trolley with mass transit from downtown right out here to Qualcomm in Mission Valley. Yeah, I used to lease this town, Keith.
They don't have anybody running into the trains down here, but we got them running into the buses up in Los Angeles. I don't know. All right, here we go. It's third down and one. And the ball is on the 33-yard line, and they go back to Adrian Peterson, who's come back in the ball game, and he slashes to the 30 and has the first down.
Time for our Pacific Life game track. Adrian Peterson now has 9 carries for 54 yards here in the second half and a bloody forehead. J.D. Runnels caught this 17-yard pass from Rhett Bomar, put it up 10-7 for the Sooners. Then Kewan Jones from 8 yards out, 17-7. Oklahoma in the third quarter outgained Oregon 169 to -9.
Wow.
That is a wow.
Jones is in there. Peterson out for a little more rest, and Bomar keeps the ball, rolls out, throws on the run, pass complete to Kelly. Kelly is brought down by Finney, but it's going to be very close to another first down.
Well,
it is a first down.
I don't know if Bob Stoops is a faith healer or not. We've got a Haloti Natas down on the field for Oregon. Like he got his knee rolled up on, but Bomar with a bad right hand continues to throw strikes.
Officials timeout. Injured player.
They really feel that Malcolm Kelly's going to be a star for the Sooners at 6'4", 204, just a freshman. Good speed, good hands.
Nata is the core of the defense for Oregon. Now you see him working on Adrian Peterson.
Would like to thank NBC Channel 739 for all of their promotional support of
That could be a knee injury there for Haloti.
Hyperextension, didn't it?
He battled ankle injury all year long.
Well. Well, I think everybody anticipates, though he has not confirmed, but he's almost said that he's going to professional football because he wants to help his family. He's quite a fellow. He's fun to sit down and visit with him. He's an interesting young man. Big, interesting young man. Adrian Peterson is back in there. He's got the ball coming this way. He runs over one tackler and goes out of bounds at about the 3. Maybe they're finally going to put him at the 5.
He just has too much speed to get around the corner and then too much power when he confronts a tackler. Look at the speed to get around the corner here. Now he's going to lower his shoulder, run over a defensive back, Finney, then try to stretch and get in the corner of the end zone.
Davin Joseph was the man that helped him turn the corner, though. He kept the road open for him. And it's first and goal, Oklahoma at the Oregon 5. Peterson's in there as the deep back gets the ball and goes to the 2 before Devin Long brings him down.
Yeah, people forget because he had that ankle injury for most of the year. But Adrian Peterson would finish second in the Heisman voting 2 Heisman votings ago when he lost out to Matt Leinart. But you can certainly put him in the favorite category for next season. Especially the way he finished the season and the way he's playing in this second half tonight.
Well, Bob Stoops told me yesterday that he was not entirely healed yet from that ankle. It was apparently a severe sprain.
Well, according to Stoops, nobody's hurt.
That was during the quiet of lunch. Ball is handed to Peterson again, and he goes hammering into the middle.
He lost the ball.
Fumbled the ball, and Oregon's claiming they've got it.
He was stretching for the end zone, and Trucks came away with it.
I don't think the officials have agreed with that verdict yet.
Well, Trucks ripped the ball out of his hands as he was trying to break the plane with the ball.
The ruling on the field, the runner was knocked down on bodies of players, fumbled the ball, first down.
He definitely was not down. He was on top of the stack, and as he reached the ball for the goal line, Dan's right, Trucks took it away from him.
That's the third fumble recovery for Trucks. This is a gift from Adrian Peterson. Too far away from the goal line to stretch out and try to break the plane. Stoops claiming he was down. The officials saw it differently.
He was rolled up on top of people.
What a big break for the Ducks. Could have been a real killer right there.
He's called timeout. Bob has.
Timeout. Oklahoma. Second team timeout.
At college football, you know, you don't have a red flag to throw and risk a timeout. You're at the mercy of the officials.
Hello to everybody watching on ESPN from beautiful San Diego. I'm Mayor Jerry Sanders, and I'd like to offer a warm welcome to the Oklahoma Sooners and the Oregon Ducks to the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl. To those watching tonight's event, I invite you to visit San Diego's beaches, SeaWorld, the world-famous San Diego Zoo, the Gaslamp Quarter, and historic Old Town. Come and experience America's best weather and take advantage of everything San Diego, America's finest city, has to offer. Thank you.
It's over. Done. We nailed it. Real Coke taste with 0 calories. And now, before I lock up the secret formula, I'd like to share it with you. Mommy?
Coca-Cola Zero. Try it to believe it. Toyotathon is back. For 27 years, it's been the greatest time to buy the Toyota you're looking for. While you're at Toyotathon, check out the all-new, stylish RAV4. The redesigned RAV4 stretches over 14 inches longer and packs 40% more gear in the cargo space. It's got an EPA highway rating of 30 miles per gallon and starts at a surprisingly low price. The place is your Toyota dealer. The time is now. Treat yourself today. Toyota, moving forward.
Pizza Hut proudly presents the Pick Your Pair promotion.
Just pick a pair of toppings and pick a pair of toppings, then pick a pair of crust.
For a personally picked pair of pizzas.
It's the Pick Your Pair deal at Pizza Hut. Buy 2 medium pizzas with up to 2 toppings on any one of our famous crusts for only $6.99 each.
$6.99? That's puny. A pittance for pizzas piled so high.
$6.99? That's a great deal.
Do you think they know we're not twins?
Shh. Feed a lot of family for not a lot of money with the Pick Your Pair deal at Pizza Hut.
Ohio State Notre Dame, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, Monday on ABC.
While you're watching the replay of what we just saw with Peterson at the goal line, Holly Rowe was listening, and she says,
well, William Lemanier, the referee, just had a lengthy conversation with Bob Stoops and says, look, Bob, he was on top of bodies while he was stretching the ball out. So even though it looks like he was down, his knee never hit the playing surface or the field. He was laying on top of people. He had a lengthy conversation with Stoops. Stoops seemed satisfied with it, walked away, and just shook his head.
And it's Oregon's ball, first down at the 1-yard line. Dixon is under center. Dvorak looking right at the center. Pitch it back to Dixon. He throws it deep. And there are 2 Sooners covering the man going deep. Demetrius Williams. And the pass is incomplete. Hold Holy cow.
You know, Dixon almost stepped out of the end
yes,
zone.
Yes, he did.
He was about a foot and a half from stepping on the back line for a safety. We talk about pulling out of the hat here. Look at how close he is. And he takes a big hit from C.J. Ayu. Ayu, who has 2 sacks on the night already, as Dixon unloads it as far as he possibly can.
On 2nd and 10, Dixon in the end zone, throwing it out to Terrence Whitehead, who gets to the 5-yard line. The Oklahoma defense has just absolutely destroyed the Oregon offensive line here in the second half of play.
And you know that makes Bob Stoops happy, being a former defensive coordinator. Led by Dvorak, 94. Ayu's having a great night, number 99. And the push in the middle there by Ayodele just forces Dixon to put that one up for grabs.
3rd down, call it 6. They gave him 4 on the pass play from the 1 to the 5. He goes back to the spread, throws in the middle, and it is incomplete. The ball was thrown very, very hard, and Demetrius Williams had to go right through his hands. I mean, it was really hummed. Here's Todd.
Well, Keith, the problem you and Dan both know, it starts with that offensive line. And during that last possession, Steve Greatwood, the Oregon offensive line coach, said, fellas, you are worrying about the linebackers too much and not getting the guy in front of you. That, plus we've got to have some kind of protection on the edges. We cannot get to the next level unless you guys take care of business up front.
That's pretty basic. Goes back to that old homily, the fancy halfbacks need the big uglies up front to do it. That's a pretty good kick. It runs the receiver all the way back to the 44-yard line. Jawan Rankins is still searching for running room and finding a little bit as he wiggles his way down the field. That's a heck of a return. He got it down inside the 35-yard line. That's a 50-yard punt and a 21-yard return by Jawan Rankins. Capital One Bowl Week, 2 great games on ESPN. South Carolina and Missouri in the Independence Bowl. Then you've got at 7:30 Eastern, 2 of the top 10 ranked teams of the country banging heads. That'll be Miami, LSU in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. And in the middle, you've got the College Game Day Bowl special presented by Outback Steakhouse.
Huge defensive series for Oregon. They got kind of lucky the last time when they ripped the ball away from Peterson on the 1-yard line. Great field position one more time for the Sooners.
Nata's not in there now, remember. He has not returned to the ball game since leaving with an injured knee.
And his replacement, David Fa'atete, with the play that time, number 90.
David Fa'atete.
Well, he's not a bargain either. He's a 300-pounder. Here's Todd.
Well, Haloti Ngata is on the sideline. They were putting through a series of drills, working the knee. It does not look like it's a major injury, but it's just catching on him. So they've got it on a big bag of ice because that's what you need for Haloti Ngata. He is now on the bench with the leg propped up. Ice does not look like he's coming back anytime soon.
11 minutes roughly to play in the ball game. And this play will go just about the line of scrimmage for Adrian Peterson. He's at a not up to his norm because the Oregon defenders for a long time were really rough, but they have not held up through the second half. Patrick Chung wobbling around.
Now this defense is getting worn out by the Sooners and by the field position. In the second half, they've had 5 possessions with an average start of their own 44-yard line. They're just playing on half a field this entire second half.
Omar dropping back, trying to set up something for Peterson, but he couldn't get the screen set up as Oregon's defense knocked down the ring of blockers, and he threw it in the ground.
Yeah, it was a good play by Devin Long to get in the middle of that. He felt the lineman leaving, And there's Patrick Chung. He's probably not going to be able to continue. He's in all kinds of pain right now. But a good 3 and out, perhaps, for the Duck defense. Don't be surprised if the Sooners don't try a fake here, though.
Chung is out, and Demetrius Spates has come into the ball game, replacing him. Now here's Cody Freeby in for the ball game, and the punt for how many times? This will be 5 on the night. Longest 52, shortest 32.
And the key for Oklahoma is their personal protector, is their fullback, J.D. Runnels, right there. And he has run from punt formation this season.
Caught a touchdown pass tonight.
That's that delay of game. We'll see if Oregon accepts it.
Still 4th down.
Well, they want to give him a little room, but sometimes you're better off to be able to go ahead and swing your leg. Get into that pooch punt business, and sometimes it blows up on you. Justin Fennessy is the man waiting for Oregon, and I don't know if they might take another 5-yarder. Nope. Snap it. He tries to kick it very high and does. Now let's see what happens to the bounce. Well, it's caught by Fennessy down at what, about the 9-10 yard line. So they don't have much in the way of field position again.
What does the future hold? Will you have the choices to make your world better? To live the life you dream of? At Pacific Life, planning for a better tomorrow is what we're all about. That's why for over 135 years, Pacific Life has offered millions of people a world of financial solutions to help them live well now and plan well for the future. Ask your financial professional about Pacific Life, the power to help you succeed.
Toyotathon is back. For 27 years, it's been the greatest time to buy the Toyota you're looking for. Quality, selection, value. You'll find it in every car, truck, and SUV we build. While you're at Toyotathon, check out Corolla, one of 7 different Toyotas with EPA city or highway ratings of 30 miles per gallon or more, along with Highlander Hybrid, powered by Hybrid Synergy Drive. Just like the cutting-edge Prius, the place is your Toyota dealer. The time is now. Treat yourself today. Toyota, moving forward.
8 million American men have diabetes. 29 million have high blood pressure. 50 million have high cholesterol. Many men with these medical conditions have one thing in common. Their love life just isn't what it used to be. If this sounds like you, call 1-800-985-1970 or go to mensfax.com for your free Men's Fax Kit. You'll get a booklet about how diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol may lead to a medical condition that could affect your love life. Plus, you'll get tips to help you talk to your doctor and learn about a medicine that can help. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, your love life could be affected. So get the facts. Call 1-800-985-1970 or visit mensfax.com. You'll be glad you did. Call 1-800-985-1970 or visit mensfax.com today.
ESPN College Football, the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl, is brought to you by Pacific Life. For insurance, annuities, and investments, choose Pacific Life, the power to help you succeed. And in part by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's forward. Toyota, moving forward.
Downtown San Diego, the skating rink for the holidays. That's Horton Plaza. And it's had a lot of action.
For the Oregon Ducks at their own 9-yard line.
And the Sooner Schooner. Those little guys, the one on the left hadn't done much pulling tonight. That's quite a long trip for them. This is Jonathan Stewart carrying the ball for Oregon, and from the 9-yard line, he'll get it out to about the 15 for a 6-yard pickup.
You see Oregon's trying to change the tempo right now, going without a huddle and trying to get some fresh legs in there. Jonathan Stewart is the 230-pound freshman with great power and speed.
Tim Day, the tight end.
To number 85, Tim Day.
That's short of the first down.
Touchdown by number 1, Reggie Smith.
Third down and about a yard.
It's a gain of 3. Third down and 1 from the 18.
Day's a big guy, 6'4", 260. Takes up a lot of space. Here's Dixon throwing the ball to the sidelines. Too high. And DJ Wolf was all over Demetrius Williams. If it had been a perfect pass, I'm not sure that he could have caught it, because Wolf was in his shirt.
And it's another 3 plays and out for the Oregon offense, as the field position has been very bad here in the fourth quarter. They started their last drive on the 1, this one on the 9, and still unable to pick up a first down.
Well, and what? That'll make it 5 possessions now. They've done very little. Been 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Holiday Bowl record in attendance tonight, too. Here's the punt away by Dragic. That's a good one. It's a tight spin on it. Goes back to Rankins. Rankins from the 37-yard line will get back to about the 40 and stop there. 2001 Holiday Bowl game. Oregon quarterback Joey Harrington had one of those nights you remember forever. He caught a touchdown, ran for a touchdown, threw a touchdown as they held on and beat the Texas Longhorns. Longhorns dropped 2 touchdown passes in the final possession, though, to help, and the Ducks won it 35-30. Joey, those were good times for Joey. This particular past season hasn't been a whole lot of fun for him.
Had a great career at the University of Oregon. Last time the Ducks were 11-1, trying to get to 11-1 tonight.
Out the middle on the play, the ball is handed to Peterson, who's been in and out much of the second half, and when he's been in, he's been a holy terror. He is the one, as much as anybody, who has triggered what has happened as Texas has ran off 14 points, 2 touchdowns in the third quarter to take a 17-7 lead.
Yeah, he's really led by example tonight in the second half with some of the most creative runs you'll ever see, just refusing to go down. Refusing the hole, trying to find something, and just picked up his entire Sooner offense.
Bomar's pass thrown to the sidelines, and the pass is caught by Malcolm Kelly. Malcolm Kelly's had a big night, too, for Oklahoma. This is the way Oklahoma finished the season, though, boy. They played some tough football the last 6 games, and I'm still not sure about what that Texas Tech game that wasn't the phantom touchdown. Because the longer you look at it, the more you doubt it.
And you know what, Keith? I think we might just take another look at it, too.
Otherwise, they'd want to run off for 6 in a row to finish the season, which would have put them at 8-3.
Well, they had a disappointing postseason last year when they lost to SC in the title game, but they look like they want to be contenders next year off of tonight's performance.
Deep. Incomplete, intended for Kelly. Covering on the play was Aaron Gibson, and again Gibson was running the pattern.
Well, Keith, you asked for it. Here it is. Did he or didn't he? Torian Henderson of Texas Tech was awarded this touchdown on the last play of the game against Oklahoma. Tech players calling for the touchdown signal, and they get it. And the whole town of Lubbock goes crazy. Sooner fans don't want to see this bad call again, but here it is in slow-mo. Henderson's down, stretches the ball over as the Red Raiders get the call and the win. That was OU's only loss in their last 6 games.
You never know what'll happen until you try. Timeout, Oklahoma. More on Adrian Peterson's plight tonight with Holly.
Well, guys, last year Adrian Peterson was at the Heisman Trophy presentation, and I had the honor of interviewing him, but I knew that this was a special young man. While we were waiting in the commercial break, he said, "Boy, you seem really nervous." I said, "I am. It's the Heisman Trophy presentation." He said, "Well, ma'am, just do what I do before a big game. Take a deep breath." I couldn't believe this 18-year-old was calming me down. That told me that he was something special as far as his maturity goes, and he continues to show it here in his sophomore season. Dan?
Let's take a look at that Heisman Trophy ceremony from 2 Heisman seasons ago. Quite a list here. Alex Smith, high school teammate of this man, Reggie Bush, here in San Diego. The eventual winner, Matt Leinart. There's Adrian Peterson right there, and his quarterback, Jason White. 3 Heisman Trophy winners in that picture. Here were the final results as Peterson finishes second to Leinart. And he'll be looking to make a return trip to New York next season.
A fellow named Quinn sitting in South Bend. Going to be a big contender.
Yeah, and a fellow down in Austin, Vince Young, who says he's coming back to the Longhorns. May also be a factor.
Lindale White hasn't made up his mind yet. But if they all stay, then they'll let go. Little play action for Bomar's pass to the sidelines, underthrown, and he took a pretty good rap from Darius Sanders, who's been in his shadow all night.
You know, Keith, you and I have seen a lot of football games. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback, and this is the 3rd time we've seen the Sooners this year. I've never seen a quarterback get hit as hard as Red Bomar does. He's just totally oblivious to the pressure. Does whatever it takes to get the ball off, and he gets hit by the tackler, and then he gets hit and bounces on the ground.
Let's see what happens after Josh Heupel has him for a year. He might not look like the same guy because one of these days he's going to get hurt if he keeps taking big blows like that. A play like that, for example, he took another lick from Anthony Trucks. And Trucks is not the biggest guy on the field, but when he hits you, he hits you with ferocity.
And that's his 12th sack on the year. That leads Oregon. And it's number 84 coming from the inside there. And he pounds Bomar down on his right shoulder. That's one beat-up quarterback, but a quarterback with a 10-point lead.
And only 7.5 minutes left to go. They need something exciting to happen on special teams. Right about here. And it's Justin Fennessy who's well back there. He's expecting a big one out of Freebie. And it's not. It's a shank coming straight toward the sidelines and eventually going out of bounds. No Oregon player had a chance to get their hands on it. And the Ducks will get the football at about the 22-23 yard line.
Each person has a unique way of seeing the world. That's why Pacific Life offers portfolio optimization for its variable products, a unique service that helps you and your financial professional identify an investment strategy that's right for you. And Pacific Life offers a full palette of investment choices to help you achieve your vision of your future. Ask your financial professional about Pacific Life, the power to help you succeed.
So Mike Ditka called you a bedwetting mama's boy. It was great radio. Pass salt.
What makes them different makes them great. Mike and Mike in the morning on ESPN Radio.
Hello, I'm Bob Nobles with the all-new Sonoma Chevrolet, your truck headquarters. At Sonoma Chevrolet, our promise to you is a better total deal. That means you always get our everyday low price, more for your trade, and easy financing. Plus, we back it all with a 7-day money-back guarantee and a 30-day exchange policy. Come shop our giant inventory of trucks and Sonoma Select luxury pre-owned vehicles. So get the better total deal today at the all-new Sonoma Chevrolet.
Altima, Armada, Frontier, Maxima, Murano, Pathfinder, Quest, Sentra, Titan, Xterra, Z. Nissan's A to Z year-end event. Your chance to get year-end deals on America's most exciting full line. Like up to $2,000 cash back on the 2006 full-size Nissan Titan at your Nissan dealer now. Style, performance, value from A to Z.
There are Fifth Avenues and there are Fifth Avenues. This is the heart of the gas lamp quarter here in downtown San Diego as the revitalization continues.
Brady Leaf at quarterback for the Ducks.
Brady Leaf is in there at quarterback. And it's an empty backfield for him. So Dixon's unable to do anything. They'll try Leaf. He throws a bad pass. James Finley intended, and we'll spend a minute with Reese Davis.
All right, Keith, SportsCenter 30 at 30 update. In case you're just joining us, Tony Dungy has rejoined the Colts. He will be on the sideline Sunday against the Cardinals. His return coming just a week after his son's death. A.J. Nicholson of Florida State has been sent home by Bobby Bowden for violation of team policy. Will not play in the FedEx Orange Bowl against Penn State. Hollywood, Florida police are investigating an allegation of sexual assault against Nicholson at the team hotel. SportsCenter after the game, Keith.
Thank you. Leaf throws again. This time the ball is caught by Finley, but he only gained minimal yardage out of it, 4 at the most.
This is where Oregon has really struggled tonight. They're 0 for 8 on their last third down tries.
Somebody's got to run past the marker to get and provide a target for the quarterback to get the first down, and they're not doing it. This man doesn't have the mobility of Dixon. May have a better arm and more accurate arm. Pressure's coming, just as sure as shooting. Here they are. Jailhouse, and it is caught. They got past the marker, and he hit him. It's Finley coming up with a catch, and he moves the ball to the 39-yard line. Even with all that pressure coming, Leaf was able to deliver it and get the first.
Well, he had a good look at it. He saw it coming just as we did and stayed cool and delivered the best pass of the night.
Sidearms it to the sidelines. And that's incomplete. Here's Todd.
Well, Keith had a chance to talk with Kellen Clemens just a moment ago. He told me this is the most emotionally draining week of his life, not being able to play in his final game as a senior, and he said how much he wanted to play this Oklahoma team. I asked him what Dan was bringing up earlier, why Oregon hasn't gone longer, and he said quite simply, we cannot protect long enough to get that route off. He says we've got to find some way to get slants, crosses, anything to open this thing up, but right now they cannot go long because there's just not enough time. Keith?
Yeah, and they got to play Oklahoma again next September in Eugene. Low snap picked up by Leaf, throws, dropped. It was in the hands of Finley, and as he turned upfield expecting to be hit, he dropped the ball.
Just trying to do too much, trying to run with the ball before you catch the ball. But again, it's a bad snap from Inoka Lucas. That throws the timing off. That forces Leaf's eyes down to where the ball is. So that's why the ball thrown a little bit behind Finley, but still should have been caught. He had his hands backwards.
So they're looking at 3rd and long again. 3rd and 10. 17-7, the Sooners lead. Ball is thrown into the Sooner bench, incomplete. He had to loop it up over the attackers and threw it too high and too far. Now it's 4th down and 10.
Now that was Larry Burdine giving the pressure there for the Sooners from his defensive end spot. Good for Oklahoma to see him back in the lineup. Had a bad injury to his left elbow.
Here's your ball game right here.
Could be.
4th and 10. The ball is on their own 39-yard line. They don't get it. Sooners might stick it in the end zone, at least get 3. Goes the other way. Whitehead. He's going to get it. He's going to get a lot more. They finally knock him out of bounds at the 39-yard line of Oklahoma. Darian Williams saved the touchdown.
Now maybe that's what Oregon should have been doing all night, is going for it on 4th down. They're 2 out of 3 there. One was a fake punt by Matt Dragic. This is really well designed. Whitehead is number 24. It's a sprint out to the right, throwback screen all the way across the field, and he's got a pretty good convoy out in front. Lucas with the block right there, and then Whitehead getting out of bounds after picking up a huge 1st down for Oregon.
21 yards on 4th and 10 to keep their hopes alive. 5:45 to play in a ball game. Leaf turns and wanted to go deep. Nobody there. A lot of green grass, so he takes off and spins down to the 30, and he's right on that marker.
Well, he's close enough to where they ought to take a look at it to see if it is a 1st down. Appears to be about 6 inches short, though. But you notice that time he went for the 1st down, didn't go down, didn't turn down the contact.
So the crowd of 65,416, which is a Holiday Bowl record, beginning to wake up a little bit as the action has been revived by the Oregon Ducks in this surge. Leafs pass is completed to Finley. And Finley is thrown down at about the 23-yard line, 22-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
But Holiday Bowl observers and people who have come to this game for 28 years now know that this game itself has a great history of fantastic finishes. Are we going to have another one tonight?
Caught by Williams. Tough catch by Demetrius.
Yeah, I almost looked at the way that play was first executed, that Williams might have been looking to pitch the ball back to Jonathan Stewart on the hook and ladder. You know what the key to that is, don't you?
No.
A good hook.
What goes into it? Back goes Leaf, throws. He's got a man. He's got another 1st down.
Yeah, he's close.
He's pretty close. Finley has suddenly become the prime target. He tried to turn his body so he could fall downfield, and the defender wouldn't let him.
Yeah, they're used to having success. You don't win 10 games with not knowing how to finish games. Oregon has all 3 of their timeouts remaining, but they got to quit wasting time. They got to stick it in the end zone soon.
It's 3rd down and 1. Thrown out to Finley. He may not get that 1st down. He's going to lose. That was not a good decision. Reggie Smith came up and dropped him for a loss. That was a slow developing play. It was an obvious play, and it backfired.
And they're going to have to force Oregon now is going to have to use that 1st time out. Great reaction, though, by Reggie Smith. You talk about the receivers, the young receivers for Stoops' team. A lot of freshmen. Well, Reggie Smith is a freshman starting at safety for Oklahoma, making a big play there.
Why wouldn't you go with a slant there? Why wouldn't you go with a slant, something bang-bang like that?
Yeah, they've thrown that bubble screen right there, but it was the speed and recognition by Smith that got in there before the other wide receivers could come up and block him.
Paul Finnegar and Fresno State will be going against the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. That's a couple of teams that average a lot of points themselves, over 30 a game. That's the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Week, ESPN Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. They're looking at 4th down now.
There are a lot of choices for Oregon with this spread offense. On the last 4th down play, they threw the ball to Whitehead. When you have a condensed field here, such as they are right now with the ball in the red zone, a running back out of the backfield is a very dangerous weapon, as is a big tight end. But Tim Day has 0 touchdown catches this year after catching 12 in his previous 3 years with the Ducks.
The ball is right on the 16-yard hash mark. It is 4th down and a short 4. More like 3, actually, because the marker is just beyond.
Right, they're going to go for a field goal,
13.
Keith.
But now the kicking team comes trotting on the field.
Not a bad decision. This would if it's good, would cut the lead.
It's not going to be a field goal. They got a man going to the corner of the end zone, and that gets a penalty flag.
Well, they tried all kinds of trick plays. What a brilliant call by Bellotti. Because Leaf is the holder. Split Day out to the wide side, and if he wasn't interfered with, he might have caught this ball. But you know, the ball looked like it was sailed out of bounds. This might be ruled
it was going out of bounds. Yeah.
Be uncatchable.
Eric Bassey was the defender for
Pass
Oklahoma.
interference, 13 on the defense. Spot foul, automatic, first down.
I tell you what, that's a bad call. This ball landed 5 yards out of bounds. This was uncatchable. Look at Bassey hustle out there to find Day. But watch where this ball lands. Not even in the chalk, which is a good 3 yards wide. Oh, Oregon got away with one there. Heads-up play by Bassey, though, to prevent the touchdown. But that ball was uncatchable.
It is 1st and goal on the 3 for the Oregon Ducks. They're down by 10 points, 3:34 to play in the game. Low snap, Leaf gets it. Lost a high one into the end zone. It is touchdown. Tim Day, who hadn't caught a TD pass all year, and suddenly the big guy is involved in 2 big plays, and one of them was the touchdown.
Yeah, got it over Darian Williams. Williams goes 5'10", Day goes 6'4". 2 big plays by Tim Day back-to-back as Oregon is going to make this a finish.
To pull within 3. Paul Martinez. Leaf holds it. The kick is good, but the whistle before the ball, or just as the ball was being snapped.
Ball start, 85 offense.
Wow.
5-yard penalty.
Tim Day makes 2 great plays and now makes a mistake. You take the point off the board and back them up 5.
And you know, Martinez has struggled with extra points all year long. He started the year just miserably in his inability to make the extra point. Just squeezes that one in.
Whoa, just barely. 17-14. Wow.
You know, Keith, Brady Leaf had his choice of receivers on this play. Watch number 6, Demetrius Williams. As we freeze it right there, there's Finley right there. As we run this a little bit, you'll see both of them are wide open, and the only guy that's covered in the end zone by 2 guys is Tim Day, and who gets the touchdown? Going up high, picking up his first touchdown of the season. Happy holiday, Tim Day. But you know, you even look at Cameron Colvin, number 80, he was breaking open in the end zone with nobody around him.
Yeah, fate is a fickle thing, isn't it? 17-14 now with 3.5 minutes to play. Onside kick here, or do you kick it away?
You kick it away because you have 2 timeouts. Now Oklahoma's lining up in the wrong end of the field. The receiving team went to the west end of the field, and now they get it straightened out. Now Oregon should kick this one off. They've got some momentum. They've got to be able to stop Adrian Peterson and Stoops' offense.
Well, Matt Evanson has a big leg. He's capable of kicking the ball out of town. So if he can keep them from having any kind of return here, it'll mean a lot. Or if he can get it very high in the air, would give the cover team a chance to come down and make the play. Well, here it is. He's going to kick it on the ground, bouncing around, and it's gravy bounce, and the Sooners handle it up around the 33-yard line, and that's where they will possess it. J.D. Runnels was the man who caught the ball, and here's Todd.
Well, new life in the Oregon sidelines. You can imagine, I just talked to the referee, and I asked him, was that ball ruled uncatchable? possible because he was interfered with. He said exactly. They felt that he could have caught that ball had he not been bumped right there. Now, Dan, he would have been pretty tall, and I don't know how high Tim Day can jump, but you bring up a good point. He said, though, that if he would not have been interfered with, he would have made the catch.
Yeah, Superman wouldn't have made that catch.
Had the opportunity, maybe. Whatever. It's now Oregon's big problem to stop Oklahoma's offense. And a guy named Peterson just tucked it away and got 2 yards when it looked like he would lose 2.
Yeah, but he went out of bounds and stopped the clock. That's more important right now than anything. This thing right there, that 3:23.
Second down and 8 coming up for the Sooners. Kewan Jones is down in the backfield with Bomar. 2 wideouts to the top. Maybe changing his play here. Better hurry.
That's the illegal motion right there.
Kewan Jones cuts back inside, and I don't see any laundry.
Well, there should be, because Bomar was moving, as was Kewan Jones when the ball was snapped.
Number 31, Justin Finnessy.
Second team timeout.
Oregon calls the timeout to stop the clock. And no call on what you were talking about. 3:15 to play in the ball game. Now you can see the clock up there in the right-hand corner.
Well, watch Bomar moving around now. Jones is going to move. The ball is snapped, and they're both still in motion. Good run by Kewan Jones.
They'll be looking at 3rd down and 4 when action resumes after this timeout. At 3:15 to go. A 3-point ball game, 17-14. Sports Center will be along when we conclude our ruckus out here in San Diego. It was a yawner for a while there with Oklahoma sitting on a 10-point lead and Oregon's offense ineffective. But then all of a sudden, the worm turned.
And Bob Stoops' brother, Mike Stoops, the head coach of Arizona, knows Brady Leaf well, because Leaf had to come off the bench after Kellen Clemens was injured and Dennis Dixon was injured, and lead the Ducks to a narrow win.
Now the Sooners spread them out, sideline to sideline. On 3rd and 4, Bomar's pass is incomplete, intended for Kelly, defended by Finnessy. Now it is 4th and 4, and obviously the Sooners will punt.
Well, Finnessy has 4 interceptions of his own this year. He's a senior. Did a great job of not making contact or wrapping that left arm around the body of Kelly and got his right hand in when the ball came. This is where he's most dangerous, though. He's one of the top returners in the country, and he loves the middle return. Took one back 69 yards against Mike Stoops' Arizona team this year.
Sooners were a man short, waiting for the punting team to get organized, and now they're ready with Freebie. Last time was a shank, 30 yards. Ducks coming hard. Kick is away. It's a low one, and it's on the field of play, and it's rolling around inside the 25 and dead at the 23. So there, the Oregon Ducks will get the ball with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the ball game, and they trail by 3 points.
And the big thing here is that with a lot of time and a timeout to use, they just need a field goal to tie this one up. Martinez has a 51-yarder this season. And so does Matt Evenson. He's got a 51-yarder. So either field goal kicker for Oregon can reach from distance.
First down and 10 for the Oregon Ducks from their own 22-yard line.
So Brady Leaf is in the catbird seat as far as posture, and that ball is pitched to Whitehead. He broke the hold of a couple of Oklahoma defenders and got out of trouble. Holy cow, how did he catch it? And secondly, how did he get away?
He did his Adrian Peterson imitation is what he did. He got right in the hole and just backed up, kept his legs going. Here it is, Keith. Two Sooners collide, and Whitehead comes out free.
Well, he's not a gimme. He's 224 pounds. He's a big guy. Bad pass. Whoa, almost picked off.
Well, Ingram almost picked that one off and should have. The ball was thrown low. If it's not thrown low, not only does Ingram pick it off, he scores.
Right.
This would have been his 5th pick of the year, trying to hit Tim Day.
There was nobody between him and the goal line. I mean, it was clean on that side of the field.
Yeah, he scored on one against Tulsa this year.
Where's Demetrius Williams? Come to this side to Whitehead. Whitehead gets loose. He's got a first down. He's across midfield. He's still going. He's finally brought down at the 35-yard line by Eric Bassey.
And Whitehead did exactly the same thing against Fresno State earlier this year when they needed it. Same type of play. A screen pass to Whitehead. Came into the game with 46 catches behind a lot of good blocking and determination. Watch him cut back against the grain here. Picking up blockers, heading down the field vertically, and setting his team up in real close to field goal position.
Jeremiah Johnson comes into the ball game. He is the tailback. You got to get Whitehead out and let him get his breath after that play. I don't know where Stewart is. Maybe they're afraid that Stewart, who's had some fumble troubles.
Well, Johnson is a better receiver, Keith, than Stewart. Johnson runs the same type of plays as Whitehead does. That's why he's in the game right now.
On first down, they go to Johnson. He's not that big, and they handle him. He's an even 200 pounds at 5'9", and Dvorak takes him down after he picks up about a yard.
You know Dvorak's going to be playing hard in his last game as a Sooner. He missed the game last year when the Sooners played the Ducks. That was the first game of when he was kicked off the team. He's very excited to end his career with the Sooners against the Ducks, and he makes a huge play here on first down.
Second down and 9. Leafs pass down the middle is incomplete. And Finley is yelling for interference on Williams, but gets no call. They got tangled up. The ball was thrown sharply. He breaks away from Williams. He scores.
Watch the right hand of Williams just punch that ball out. Great timing. We just saw Justin Finney with a play just like that when the Sooners had the ball. Big play there that time by the sophomore Darren Williams.
34-yard line. It's third down and 9. A minute and a half to go. All kinds of movement along the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Palani Masoon jumped off sides.
5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Concentration, concentration, concentration.
Well, basically that penalty takes them out of any chance of kicking a field goal on fourth down if this play is incomplete pass. That's how big that false start was. But Oregon, you know, will go for it on fourth down. Looking to just get half of it here on this third down and 14.
Leafs got to throw the ball. Now throws it to Jeremiah Johnson, and Johnson gets loose and gets a first down. Holy cow.
Yes, he does have to throw the ball, and he finally got around to it. Oh, and he found a freshman. You don't talk about his scrambling ability, but you talk about the fact he doesn't get rattled. Look at Latimer right in his face, keeping his wits about himself, put the ball right on Johnson. Johnson gets out of bounds, and the Ducks are still alive.
1:17 to play. Leaf runs it up into the middle.
But you know, the bad snap just took that whole play and threw it in the trash can. Just been a problem all night for Anoka. Lucas with Dusty Dvorak on his nose. The ball has come back low and just throws the timing off, especially on an option play, as that one appeared to be.
Second down and 9 from the 19.
Whitehead's back. Leafs pass intercepted by Clint Ingram. And that's your door slammer.
There's a flag down on the field, but that's for excessive celebration. And why not, Clint? Your 5th pick of the year. That just saved the game, because that was going to be a touchdown to Demetrius Williams if the ball's thrown 2 inches higher. Great job by Ingram stretching out and picking that one off.
Following the interception, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 44. That'll be half the distance to the goal. First down, Oklahoma.
Clint Ingram, one of the 4 senior captains. Great play.
You can see Williams was behind him, but the ball is thrown too flat by Leaf. What an athletic play, and I'm not so sure that this action right here is unsportsmanlike. I think that's just a kid having fun and winning a game for his coach and his team.
So the Oklahoma Sooners with the ball and only 33 ticks remaining on the clock, and Oregon with what, 1 timeout remaining?
Yep.
School's out. This baby's over. 17-14. I guess, like Yogi said, it ain't over till it's over, so let's wait till the clock runs out.
A heck of an effort by Brady Leaf, leading the Ducks down. They were within field goal range there. Field goal would have tied it, but the Sooners going crazy.
Our Capital One player of the game, well, you just saw him, number 44, Clint Ingram. 5th interception of the season. This one seems to have saved the game for the Sooners to give them their 8th win on a season, and started out with a great deal of difficulty for them. They played 12 freshmen along the way, and they all grew together. And here's the play.
Williams was behind Ingram. Ingram with great speed, recognition, athletic ability, and finished the play.
Take a knee and roll the clock. 31 seconds. Penalty flag.
And that stops the clock.
That stops the clock.
Rhett Bomar slams the ball down. That's going to be another one of those unsportsmanlike penalties.
Number 7, half the distance to the goal, 3rd down.
Now you move him back half the distance. Now a knee becomes a little bit more of a problem.
Yes, it does.
Boy, I wouldn't want to get anywhere near that man right now. Just excited, that's all. He slammed that ball down because he thought the game was over and that the Sooners had won.
It's 3rd down.
He might be forced to take a safety here, and that wouldn't be all that bad a deal because they're only, well, clock has started again, and now a delay of game penalty is being called.
Offense, charge to number 7.
Not sure why the game clock started there.
3rd down.
They wound the clock and they rolled the clock once the mark-off on the penalty had been made. I'm not sure that after that kind of a penalty that the clock stays stopped, does it?
I think so.
Now taking a knee is a different critter, but that'll do it. And the game is finally over, and the Oklahoma Sooners have won the ball game by a score of 17-14. Well, it got pretty exciting in that final minutes of the fourth quarter, but Oklahoma won the ball game in the third quarter when they scored 2 touchdowns. And then Clint Ingram's interception made it stand up, and your final is a win for the Sooners. Here's Holly.
Coach Stoops, what happened there at the end?
Well, we made some foolish plays, and we go and get a personal foul and stop the clock. You know, just need to play smarter, but we did what we need to do and won.
Told you at halftime the team behind comes back to win. Your offense finally got rolling. What worked with the running game?
I'm glad you reminded me of that. But as I said coming out at halftime, we wanted to get them moving early, get them running, hopefully tire them down, and then hit them in the second half of the running game. It worked for a good part of it. I liked in the first half. We were close to making some more plays. We didn't feel we were just strong enough initially just to pound them early. We wanted to try and work them later in the game, and it worked for us.
All right, congratulations, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it.
Final score, Oklahoma 17, Oregon 14, and another great Pacific Life Holiday Bowl game. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Sports Center is next. We'll move over to ESPN News for a post-game extra. Goodbye from San Diego, California.